हम भी हैं जोश में, बातें कर होश में, हम भी हैं जोश में, बातें कर होश में, यूं ना आंखें दिखा। सैलरे क्या बोला फिर बोल रे, सैलरो ओ सैलरे क्या बोला फिर बोल रे।
Rather extra. First of all, your glasses are broken, Aisha. They are fully cracked.
This is my only pair of Ray-Bans that I don't know, I just have not taken very good care of it. So when I was in a restaurant, I dropped it and it cracked. But it looks exactly like the glasses that SRK has in Josh. So yeah, which connects really well with what we're about to talk about. Welcome to another video, guys. We are super duper excited to introduce a new segment called Bollywood Cookbook. Shout out to my mom and dad and my sister for picking this out for us. So this book, Bollywood Cookbook, is by Bulbul Mankani.
Mankani. You were good.
I was good. I think I just doubted. I didn't have enough confidence in myself.
So basically what this book is, it's a recipe book, but these are specifically like hand-picked favorite dishes of all the stars, and they have given the recipe for it too. So we have Shahrukh Khan's recipes, we have Amrita Arora.
Khan.
No, she's not Khan anymore. Amrita Arora's recipe.
Wait, she's
never a Khan.
Khan.
Malaika Arora Khan was a Shabana Azmi, her recipes, the Bachchans, their recipe, Rahul Bose, our favorite, the Bunt section, Sunil Shetty and Shilpa Shetty also have their recipes here. So we're very excited. So what we're going to be doing in these videos is pick a star and pick a recipe and make that recipe. And while we do that, we're going to like do some outfit that's kind of
like a tribute to them.
To them, kind of. So it's like an extremely cute book as well. There are like pictures. Can you move, please? There are like pictures and you know of these stars and like something about them, fun facts and stuff like that. First of all, Rahul is.
That's Rahul Khanna.
Rahul Khanna is. Have you seen his brother? He's so hot. Not that
Who's
you have
brother?
anything to do.
Rahul Khanna's brother? Akshay Khanna?
First of all, Rahul Khanna is the brother that I was talking about who's really hot.
So the first recipe we're gonna do, actually the only recipe right now. So today's recipe, obviously we're doing SRK, so we're just like the characters from Josh. We're going to be cooking tandoori chicken. So this is my first time cooking it. I don't know if you've cooked it before.
I eat it.
Also apologize to all the vegetarians, but we will definitely be doing...
You can totally do this with paneer.
You can do it with paneer for sure, but we're definitely going to, in the future, do vegetarian recipes as well, just to be all-inclusive. I'll tell you the ingredients from the top. So you need 7 ounces of plain yogurt. I used Greek yogurt. You need 2 ounces of Bhatti Masala, and if you don't know what that is, I'm going to tell you what that is.
Because this recipe is actually called Bhatti da Murgh.
1/4 ounce each of whole coriander seeds, black peppercorns, cumin seeds, dried fenugreek leaves, cinnamon powder, red chili powder, cloves, cardamoms, nutmeg, and mace. So my mom was gracious enough to like grind all of this together, basically make that so I didn't have to worry about it. So we have that ready. 2 ounces of Bhatti Masala, 2 plump chickens. Now it says 2 breasts and 2 legs. I'm just doing breasts. 2 ounces of ginger paste. I used 2.78 ounces of ginger paste. I just used the whole 2. 2 ounces of ginger paste, 2 ounces of garlic paste, juice of 5 limes, and 4 ounces of ghee for basting or basting. I don't know which one. And salt to taste. So I've already prepped like half of the recipe up because you have to do a lot of things like a day in advance. Like creating the marinade a day in advance, even marinating the chicken 2 hours in advance. So that's all been done. But without wasting any time, let's get into it. Alright guys, so I am going to start making the marinade for this tandoori chicken. So the recipe calls for about 7 ounces of yogurt, but I'm going to use Greek yogurt just because it's a little bit healthier. And we're going to use this Bhatti Masala. I'm actually going to double everything because I'm going to make 2 servings of this dish. So essentially we're just going to mix the 2 up and leave it in the refrigerator overnight.
अरे भोली सी सूरत आँखों में मस्ती दूर खड़ी शर्माए आए हाय एक झलक दिखलाए कभी कभी आंचल में छुप जाए आए हाय मेरी नजर से तुम देखो तो
So it's the next day, so I have with me 4 big chicken breasts. Since I'm making double portions, I'm gonna basically slice each chicken breast into halves. So I'm gonna have 8 chicken breasts, I guess. So the recipe calls for ginger and garlic paste, 2 ounces of each. Now I have 2.8 of each, so I'm just gonna combine them since we're making more portion. So I'm basically gonna empty both of these into one bowl, mix it up, and kind of like paste it over the chicken breast. And after that, I'm gonna basically take the chicken breast, put them in a very shallow dish, and just kind of coat them with the lime juice. And we're gonna set that aside for 2 hours and let that kind of like soak in.
क्या ढूंढ रहा है तू जो है कहीं जो है सुने वो बात क्या है बता मितवा कहे धड़कने तुझसे क्या मितवा ये खुद से तो ना तू छुपा
So the marinade is, I believe, soaked into the chicken. So we have that ginger and garlic paste with lime.
That smells so good.
It's been like, yeah, it's been like a while. I think the longer you cook it, or sorry, the longer you marinate it, the better. And this is the marinade. So basically, we're gonna make slashes to the chicken.
So we're making slashes on both sides.
So basically, I'm gonna put all the chicken breasts in here and then add my masala. I'm gonna go ahead and also add this like remaining like juice and add it here. Next, I'm gonna add the yogurt mix, the yogurt Bhatti Masala mix.
चुराना नींदे उड़ाना बस यही मेरा कसूर वादों से अपने मुकरता नहीं.
So there's many ways you can actually cook this chicken. So you can bake it, you can use a tandoor. I'm actually gonna grill it using my George Foreman grill.
We're in Aishan's backyard. Yeah, this is where we grill so that the house, the fire alarm is like
Really sensitive. If you don't have a George Foreman grill, it's really good for like small apartments and really great for cooking meats, vegetables, and everything. I got mine for only $30 and I've used the heck out of it for parties, for get-togethers, barbecues, everything. Yeah, we're just waiting for this to fire up. I'm gonna get the ghee ready. So we're gonna cook it for like 15 minutes and then see, it's hard for me to say exactly how long it takes to cook a chicken breast, but this does a really good job of like really cooking it. So I'm imagining it's gonna be around 15 minutes and then I'll take it out, coat it with ghee, and then throw it back on for another 5-10 minutes. All right guys, the grill is ready. I'm gonna go ahead and add like 2 or 3 breasts. I'm gonna cook it for 8 minutes, check on it, and see if it's cooked on the inside. If it's not, then I'll still add the ghee and then add it on to the grill later.
जानम देख लो मिट गई दूरियां मैं यहाँ हूँ यहाँ हूँ यहाँ हूँ यहाँ जानम देख लो मिट गई दूरियां मैं यहाँ हूँ यहाँ हूँ यहाँ हूँ यहाँ कैसी सरहदें कैसी मजबूरियां मैं यहाँ.
So I got the ghee. We're basically gonna coat the whole chicken breast using this basting brush.
दिल लेके दिल दिया है सौदा प्यार का किया है दिल की बाजी.
Now we're just gonna transfer it over to this grill, but I'm gonna flip it.
बाजीगर ओ बाजीगर तू है बड़ा.
And we'll set it for another 8 minutes. So it's taking some time to cook. As you can see, it's not completely cooked. So I did 8 minutes on one side and 8 minutes on the other. Now I'm gonna try to do another 5 minutes on one side. Let's see if that helps it out anymore. What I also did was where I made the slashes, I also just kind of like took my tongs and like kind of like really pressed in just to make sure that like it's cooking in there as well. So hopefully that helps speed up the process a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it for another 5 minutes and we'll see what happens.
किसी रोज तुमसे मुलाकात होगी किसी रोज तुमसे
In kebab form. How's it?
Nice.
Yeah, I definitely recommend cutting the chicken breast and cooking it. It cooks a lot faster and it's pretty good. I really like this marinade.
Next time I feel that we'll definitely cook, like put smaller pieces because the flavor is really nice. It's really tasty. Like the outside part where it's covered with the brown,
Yeah.
it's like really yummy.
So, very hard question, I know, because you've probably seen a lot of his movies. What would you say is like your favorite film?
For me it'll always be Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. I mean, favorite movie of his is obviously Dar. I
I'd
love
say
that
that too,
movie.
yeah.
I love that movie. But Kuch Kuch Hota Hai is like my soft spot. It's the first movie I ever watched. Like that was my first ever Bollywood movie.
Yeah, for me, I think besides DDLJ and Dar, I would have to say it's Mehuna. Mehuna for sure, because basically my childhood. That movie is my childhood. And it has like everything in it. It has like action, drama, romance, like everything. It's like an all-rounder movie.
Yeah.
What would you say is like an underrated film?
Kabhi Haan Kabhi Na.
I completely agree.
It's such a nice movie and he's acted so well in it.
Yeah.
It's so underrated. I love that movie. And the songs from that movie
Are fire.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
कब से करे है तेरा इंतजार कब आएगी मेरी जाने बहार
Favorite performance?
Dar, to
See,
this
for
day.
me, I would say it's Dar or My Name is Khan.
My Name is Khan was good, but by the time he did My Name is Khan, he had so much more experience and it was a role that was made for him. But whereas Dar, he was one of the only actors that was doing all these daring roles. Like for a person aspiring to be a mainstream hero,
yeah, it's a
to
very...
go ahead and do like a villain role,
it's a
and
big
that
risk.
was just so well. It's a very risky business. So he still did it and he did it beautifully. So for me, I'll always pick Dar over My Name is Khan, even though he obviously acted better
Yeah.
in
I'd say,
My Name is
yeah.
Khan, but then he was already there by then. By the time he did My Name is Khan.
Yeah, I would say even Chuck the India was a really good performance. Favorite song? Favorite SRK song?
That song that we were listening to in the car that day, Divana. This one, yeah, the one with Divya Bharti.
Oh, okay.
I love that song so much.
I like Jati Hu Main. I feel
Yeah,
like
even
Jati Hu Main is
Jati.
classic.
जाती हूँ मैं
जल्दी है क्या
घर के जिया
वो क्यों भला
He has a lot of classics.
He has a lot of classic
Yeah.
songs, yeah.
For me, it's that, and I like Chaya Chaya.
Yeah, I would say Jati Hu Main. I like pretty much every song in Mohabbatein
Yeah,
and
me too.
DDLJ. Favorite movie album?
Movie album.
Yeah, if you could say like all around, you've liked every song in that movie, what would it be? For me, it's 100% DDLJ.
Actually, yeah. All the songs in DDLJ
We're really good.
were really, really good. DDLJ.
Who's one heroine that looks really, really good? You think?
He looks really, really good.
Good with, yeah.
I feel like we shouldn't keep Kajol in this list because
Yeah, Kajol is definitely iconic.
iconic and
Yeah.
and it's not even unnecessary. Like, but other than that, I even like him and Juhi Chawla.
I'd say Madhuri for me. Do you have any interesting stories or things about him? Didn't you meet him in an airport or something? No, you didn't meet him.
I
but-
saw him. I think IPL was going on and there was a match, KKR match, and he was late. So these like authorities and whatever those people, security people, they were so pissed because the flight was being held for him. But then he was like extremely apologetic. Like you could tell he was not arrogant about it. That's something I remember vividly. I was small, but he is a very tiny man.
I noticed that also when I met him.
Tiny.
It was pretty crazy. Actually, me and Shahrukh Khan have shared screen space. Fun fact.
I love you, Shahrukh.
I got a picture with him, a really bad picture of him, like a really, really bad picture of him. actually a really bad picture of me with him. So yeah, I went to the David Letterman show and I just happened to like run into like him, but like there was a crowd of people kind of like after him with the photos. But yeah, that's one thing that I really noticed was he's a lot smaller than I thought he would be. Like he's like probably, he couldn't be more than 130 pounds.
Yeah.
You could tell very humble and very like aware of his surroundings.
Yep.
I think. I mean, he just has that charm. I don't know, something about him. He's just like very calm and very like, you know, you become calm too. You're just kind of like, okay. So it was, yeah, really cool to like meet him. He's obviously, I've been a fan since I was a baby. I mean, for me to wear this bandana and this little earring. All right, coming back to the chicken. What did you think of the chicken? Flavor-wise, what would you say?
Flavor was really, really good. I just wish that we could have just like strategized it better.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Other than that, it was really good. Especially the spice. 100 points for the spice.
Definitely for the vegetarians that are watching this, you can definitely substitute it with paneer, yeah. So I highly recommend chopping it up. It'll cook faster.
Yeah.
Grilling, I would do grilling over oven baked.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our first episode of Bollywood Cookbook. We hope you guys enjoyed it.
If y'all have any suggestions, any stars that y'all want us to make this video about, let us know. And if they're in this book, we'll definitely recreate it.
For sure. We're gonna eventually try to do like at least one recipe from each actor. Each actor has like about 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to do at least one per actor.
Yeah, exactly. So let us know if y'all have any requests and we will definitely do it if they're in this book. And that's about it for today. Can't wait to see you guys again. Bye.
Bye.
It's the time to